Good evening, everybody. Bonsoir. Welcome to Ryan's Comfy Couch. You're here with Ryan and Hubert. We are, after running our errands and shoveling a whole bunch of snow today, we are trying to stay warm and comfy inside. I just wanted to review the agendas. We're supposedly have a meeting tomorrow. Two meetings tomorrow in Harvey, but as you know, if from remembering the last time, my last live, someone submitted a tip saying that the mayor was supposedly, we need confirmation officially. It would be nice to know what's going on, where the mayor's been since October. But, supposedly he is in the hospital and it's something serious. But again, like, we're not told anything. This is crazy. How can you shut down a city, fire almost half the staff, and just leave for months? Sorry, Clark, that doesn't work. So again, if you have not signed our petition, please sign the petition. I'll put the link in the chat right now to the petition. So please sign that, calling for Clark to resign. Oops. He needs to go, because we really can't make the progress that we need to make until he resigns. So, and thank you again for liking, sharing, subscribing. Let me pull up the agenda for tomorrow. Well, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I wanted to look up this one case. Is anybody good at that? Does anybody know? Oh. Does anybody know Cook County Code? Like, what's M6? What does that mean? Because there's something they're supposed to vote on tomorrow that's relating to code, where it says like M6 2021 M6 something, but what is M? Personal injury motor vehicle complaint filed. Okay. But yeah, I just don't know exactly what to call it, or what category that would be. Maybe civil? No cases found. I figured. Man, you guys. This is what happens when they don't make things clear. It just drives me nuts. So frustrating. Anyway. Salut Hydro. Bonsoir. So let's start off with let me go back to the agenda. So the first meeting is supposed to be oops, not that window though. First meeting tomorrow, it says City of Harvey Public Forum, 6 p.m. Like, the city shut down. What are you calling a public forum for? So get this. It says, call to order, roll call, public comment. Then it says Mayor Christopher J. Clark. We'll see if he shows up. I don't know. Like I said, he's been absent from public meetings since October 27th, which is ridiculous. And he needs to resign his butt now. But the only item is discussion. Broadway Avenue Improvement Project. Great. Who doesn't want to improve Broadway? But how about we vote no to everything until all the city workers are brought back and you release the city finances? This isn't business as usual. You can't just vote on an improvement project when you've been trying to run the city in secret for 7 years without sharing where the money is. You laid off almost half the staff, and you just disappeared, and you're hoping for a state bailout. What? So you can split the money with your buddies and then get out of Dodge? No. So I say, when it comes to voting, vote no to that. But it's just a public forum for this meeting. There's nothing to vote on, I guess. Then there's going to be questions and concerns by the alderpersons, and then adjournment. Then Regular city council meeting at 7 p.m. Called order, roll call. Okay, then you have potentially executive session. They're going to vote to approve the minutes. Look, do you see? Look, October 27th, there was a meeting. There was not another meeting until January the 12th. And the mayor of the town, who has ruined the town and done all this, wasn't even in town until he wasn't even in town for those meetings. What is this? Oh, interesting. So, approval of bills. Again, no. I would say all the aldermen should be voting no. Don't vote no to pay those bills. We don't even know where any of the money goes for anything anyway. No old business, new business. Oh, I look at that. I'm in the agenda. Motion to approve the release and settlement agreement between Ryan Simbowski and the city of Harvey. This is a FOIA lawsuit that I had to file. Well, how timely is this? That I had to file, and thankfully, I'm very grateful that the law firm Levy and Levy, they do a lot of FOIA lawsuits, and they agreed to pick up this case for me. And I don't get anything out of it, but it just they take the payment. Basically that the city has to pay because the city doesn't release information like it should via a FOIA request, and then in return, then they fight to get that information released. So this is all there. I'm not quite sure why it's on the agenda because to my knowledge, the lawyers are still working on this. But anyway, this case is relating to fire reports and the fact that the city of Harvey has not wanted to release fire reports. Isn't that interesting? Just as someone tells me there's another fire tonight near 149th and Halstead, and I would love to go cover it, but honestly, I'm freaking exhausted. It's so bad out there. So forgive me. Let me find. Hold on. Oh yeah, another fire in Harvey either. Oh yeah, we got fires all the time. I'm telling you, it's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So that's what that case is. Just in case you're wondering, like, oh, that means Ryan's getting big bucks. No, it's just a FOIA lawsuit because Clark is always hiding stuff and doesn't follow the rules. What was I gonna do on my phone? I know it's gonna look something up. Okay. Back to our agenda here. Number 2. So that one, okay, they could vote for that, I guess, because we need the information about fires released. So I'd say number 1, okay, Alderman, you could vote for that. Number 2, a resolution outlining an agreement between the South Suburban Mayors and Managers Association, the Illinois Department of Transportation, and the City of Harvey programming funds for the Broadway Avenue Improvement Project. Authorizing the city to accept a joint funding agreement with IDOT and allows for the use of tollway credits to replace local matching funds. Normally, if things were working normally, I'd say great. But now, no. Vote no. Don't give Harvey any other projects or any more money until we figure out where the money's going. And hire back all the employees. Number 3, same thing. Basically saying, okay, allowing the use of motor fuel tax funds for maintaining streets and highways. Harvey doesn't maintain streets and highways. Alderman, vote no until all city workers are brought back and until we find out where the money's been going. Next page. Now, are you ready? You thought that was chill, right? And relatively like, okay, nothing like super, super, super crazy. Well, hold on to your seat, because now a resolution accepting the conveyance of certain property, 106 to 108 West 154th Street, and approving a settlement in case number 21M6, etc. Okay. So it says it authorizes the city's legal counsel to submit a dismissal order to the court for legal proceedings related to the property. So who's giving the property to whom? Because this certainly doesn't say, and I'm going to pull it up for you right now and show you, because I pass by them every day. Because I know that there's major, real estate fraud and scams and all sorts of crap going on, okay? So you're looking, this is 154th Street, okay? So this is east towards the train station, towards downtown. This is the daycare. It used to be a Jewel Osco years ago. These two buildings right here are actually really nice brick, relatively new apartment buildings. Now this one looks like, sorry, hold on. This one here looks like it had a, oh, surprise, surprise, a fire. So that's why, again, I'm very suspicious. And then this one has a sign that says, no trespassing, City of Harvey. So I'm wondering, if, first of all, if the City of Harvey owns these two. And then second of all, well, what are they doing with them? Because somebody could make a lot of money off of those properties, which there's nothing wrong with, but again, you should be following the rules and doing it properly. So I want to know that. So we can come back to that, because I was looking up this case number. Actually, I'll show you. Hold on. So if you go to the online case search for Cook County, I want to know where this 21M6 this number is. Like, I should be able to find this. Let's search for this again. Let me see if it comes up anywhere. Okay, nothing. So let's do maybe 2021. Boo, nothing. Okay. Maybe, does it want the capital M? Nothing. Okay. Let's look under Chancery. Maybe it was under Chancery. I just have a feeling that maybe I'm looking in the wrong division. That's why I was like, is anybody on here that knows how this works? Darn it. Let's see, maybe this one? Maybe under, no, not that one. So that's weird. Okay, let's do, how about civil? I think it's civil. Should we do plaintiff Harvey, maybe? Harvey. Let's see. Should have a lot of cases come up, right? Is it still searching? Oh my God, come on. There's got to be something under Harvey. Let's try Chancery. Okay. Let me just put in something else just to make sure it's actually working. Let's try Walmart. Let's refresh. Now I'm frustrated. Okay. Let's go to, yeah, we'll go to law. We'll do company name. Let's do Harvey again. Harvey. Let's say Harvey's a defendant. Okay, let's do Christopher Clark. Christopher Clark. Get rid of the company name, and we'll do Is it still searching? My God, Cook County. Okay, yeah, see that it's searched. Okay. So you should be able to do a search by name. Let's say Chris Clark. Okay. So there's one from 2007. So why isn't it coming up with Harvey then? Harvey as plaintiff. Let's see. You know what? Maybe I'll just let it think for a while. We'll come back to it and I'll try it. Yeah, isn't that weird? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can search your own name. Yep, I found my own name under there. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. It says it's still working. Anyway, so we'll come back to that one. Then these three again, no, no, and no. Basically, 3 ordinances giving part of Park Avenue to Metra to build a new ugly ass train station that's a waste of money and it looks disgusting and it's an offense. Giving them part of 100 Park Avenue by 155th and giving them a part of Main Street by 153rd and Park Avenue. Okay, so no, absolutely not. No, no. Rehire all the employees. Show us where the money's going. Metro doesn't get any land or anything. Now, if you forgot about this, and by the way, it's interesting how they want to vote on all this and then do public comment afterwards. The one time they put public comment afterwards, isn't that interesting? Then mayoral comment and then adjournment. So I'm going to say vote no on all those except for the FOIA lawsuit because that was when I had to sue for the fire information, which we should have anyway. Excuse me. I wanted to show you guys. Okay. And this is a great excuse to check out our website if you haven't already. So if you type in harveyhistory.org, harveyhistory.org. Harveyhistory.org is the website for the Harvey Historical Society. Woohoo! Okay. So if you do that, then this comes up. So you have our lovely website here. Look at the lovely collage I made with some of our historic buildings. Okay. And then you have different headings here. You have historical archives, activism, Harvey, and the media. All right. And then you also, you have some stuff up here as well. You could use these menus. But so let's go to activism here. Okay, it says city documents and information, past meeting info, city finances, 154th Street, FOIA. Let's see, map, award map. Okay, I don't want that. How about sign our petitions? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we have a petition. I haven't advertised this one in a while, but one that was just in general saying stop looting and demolishing Harvey's wealth because Clark was really good at that. One calling for the metro station, one calling to save the folks on Myrtle their homes and the Ascension Church, which unfortunately, as we know, we fought it and we had a partial victory in that at least we slowed them down. And I believe that they're going to think twice before taking other people's homes in Harvey, but unfortunately that didn't help the residents that were forced from their homes, and that's horrible, and we'll never let them forget that. The authorities. But I want to call your attention to this one. So it says Tinley Park gets this station, Oak Lawn gets this station, and historic downtown Harvey, which is more historic and older than either of these towns, gets this ugly ass generic thing. This looks like a tram in like a tram station, like an airport train station in like Sedona, Arizona, or somewhere like just in a desert where there's like, you just kind of want it to blend in. It's very descriptive. It looks cheap. It looks disgusting. So if you click on that, links and documents, you can see I've spoken to the RTA board about it, the Metro board, to the PACE board, and just saying, look, we deserve better, guys. So they want to give us this station right here. Looks like a vision in the 80s of the future, right? Yeah, it's like if a 5-year-old was like, if you said, here, can you design this? Oh, look at the car, look at the straight lines, and then we do a curvy line. Ooh, and then we have some more straight lines, and then we do a little rectangular. Like, it's insulting, and this is why it's insulting. It's separate but equal. If you don't know the history of that, so the Supreme Court had I forget, I think that was Plessy versus Ferguson, the case, but they had ruled at one point in U.S. history that, okay, we can allow segregation of the races, by skin color, basically. We can force people to be separated as long as it's equal. And what we found out is that never worked. Okay, so people that weren't white or in the privileged class, they would get things that were crappy and inferior, like the station. And those that were in the white or the privileged class, they would get things that looked better. And I want to show you some of the other train stations in other areas, okay? And by the way, this station is expected to cost more than $70 million. Yeah, $70 million. Absolutely disgusting and a waste of money. So let me go back. Okay. This was the beautiful old historic station that should have been renovated that unfortunately got demolished. So this is really pretty. It was one of the most historic stations on the whole train line. But here's, for an example, this is Oak Lawn Station. Look at that, beautiful brick arches. It hints to the Frank Lloyd Wright Prairie style clock. This is downtown Wheaton in the western suburbs. That was kind of cool. It kind of looks like a medieval castle turret. This is the beautiful, beautiful station. Look at the decorative shingles, the archways, the coverings, the pavement, the special pavers. This is Tinley Park's Oak Park Avenue station. Now, we don't need something this big, but again, it's about quality, right? Not about size. Because in Harvey, they view us all as stupid, uneducated, poor, minority. So then we get shit. And then they, with their contractor buddies, they have the opportunity to potentially share some of that 70 million. Where is it going to go? Well, we want to see. We don't know. It definitely doesn't look like it's going to go to Harvey. Not with this quality of design. This is the station that's here right now in Harvey. I think it looks great. It has brick. It uses archways. It has some lovely features that match our historic downtown. They just should keep this and expand it. But of course they don't. They said no. Oh, this is the ugly ass station that they put in on Sibley. Sorry, this was the concept, but it's built now. Again, it looks like really modern and just ugly as sin. Here's Orland Park's metro station. This is a neighborhood in Chicago that their train station doesn't get nearly as much use, okay? But even they got a nice brick one that's called Ashburn. And like I said, very low usage station. Chicago Ridge, this was their original station. Did Metro knock it down and build a horrible beast of something that looks like this? No, you know what they did? They worked with the village and they made it affordable, but they actually redid the old station. They kept it. And doesn't it look beautiful? It just looks really welcoming and like you actually care about the community. And then this is one of my favorite alternatives. This one is it's the next train station south of Harvey. This is Hazelcrest. So this was a total new construction, but look at the quality brick, archways, like the style, it really speaks quality. And it would also match our downtown. Now get this, this is crazy. So this is a town that's mostly has a very rural feel. It's called New Lenox, and their train line gets like very, very little use compared to ours. And look at the brand new stations they got that Metro built for them. Now they're not huge, okay? It's not about size, it's about quality. Look at the lovely archways, the brick, the decorative window. Here's another one that got built in New Lenox. One has a clock tower, a little decorative window there. Even little baby Midlothian, which is like the small town um, near Harvey. Even they're a little old. This is an older station, but even they got some like little decorative, clock tower ornamentation. Oak Forest, they have a little bit to theirs. So anyway, I just wanted to share that as a reminder. So if you had, Harvey should keep the red brick building. Thank you. I agree, Idro. Yep. So all those towns, Metro gave them those beautiful stations. If nothing else, oops, instead of giving us this ugly thing, which looks like a 5-year-old drew it and is disgusting and we don't want it, they could just keep what we have here and expand on it. It's beautiful brick, beautiful architectural qualities. So we try. And then actually, let me see how many signatures did we get on that petition. It's been a few years, or it's been a few months, at least since I checked. Let's see here. So yeah, if you want to sign this petition, okay, we got 277 on this one. And then I put in the petition, I said, we want a station that matches our beautiful historic buildings. Look, see these were all historic buildings in Harvey. This one still exists. This one still exists. This one still exists. This one was demolished, and then some of these were demolished, but a lot of them are still there. The main decision makers here are Miss Romaine Brown. She is the Metro Board chairwoman. She also lives in Dalton. Ha ha ha. And then Jim Derwinski is the overpaid Metro CEO. And they both make tons of money, and they say they care about the public, and they don't, give a, what. Okay. So I think that was about it, you guys. The only other thing I wanted to do is, well, actually, like I said, also depending on the weather, we're going to see. Who knows if they'll even have it. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything for tomorrow. Wow, you guys, then we're almost in February already. Can you believe it? Woo! Time flies when you're having fun. I wanted to see if we could find out what this case is. So if anybody, like I said, if you know the law or if you're good in the law, and it's 21 M60077779. Those I think should be no. So I think I'm telling the alderman vote no to giving anything to Metra, vote no to this one, to give away this property, those 2 big apartment buildings, because we don't even know who's giving it and who's getting it. Vote no to money for streets and highways because they're not taken care of anyway. Vote no to the agreement to redo Broadway because, again, no new money or projects until all city employees are hired back and we know where all the finances are going. But then as far as releasing this case that I brought against the city as a FOIA case because they are hiding information about fires that happen often in the city. This one, vote yes, because that information should already be public, but it's just more shady shit that they're up to. Such a case, your case number to see if it works. I did, yeah. I found mine. I found mine, but I had to use my name actually. But we could try it again. Let me see. Let me go back to. Oh, look at that. Our online case search website has encountered an error. Well, excuse you. No errors. No room for error, man. All right, Idro, let's see what we can find here. So it wouldn't be probate, court call. No, I don't think so. County division. Oh, it does say, well, no, M. Something with an M though. Like, unless it's here. Search list of surplus and equity money from property foreclosure to see if the clerk's office is holding money for you. No, I don't think so. Maybe in this one. Otherwise, see, I'm thinking it would be probably under one of these. Because chancery is mortgage foreclosure, injunctions, mechanics liens. It shouldn't be anything to deal with domestic relations or child support. Maybe civil, maybe law, but it should be probably one of these. But for instance, you wanted me to search for mine, right? So mine was 2025. Let's see if it shows up. Okay, cool. So this is like what should show up. So you see how it says plaintiff, Brian Simbowski. Case type, general chancery. Defendant, City of Harvey. Attorney, Matthew Topic. Oh, it doesn't say who is the attorney for whom. I was say because Matthew Topic would be working for me. Ansel Glink works for the city. And then it'll tell you like the status, right? So I was wondering why the city was even voting on it because look, it says court. There's a court date scheduled for March 11th. It's a status hearing. So I don't know. Last I talked to the lawyer, I'm sure they will update me. Oh, by the way, look at how long it's taken Harvey to even try to respond. Look, that was filed May 7th of last year. You see how they try to hide everything? That's crazy, guys. So. All right, but Idro and whoever else is with Clark. Wait, hold on. Clark is behind this, right? I think so. Yeah. Because why would you hide information about fires? That's like some very basic public info. I don't get it, man. But as we're gonna search for this, you guys, let me see. Okay, so it liked. Let's remember it liked this format. It wants the whole year, no dashes, no spaces, those letters, and then the numbers. Okay, so let's search again. So let's use that format. The whole year, 2021, no dashes, no number, no spaces. So somewhere, somehow, we should be able to find it using 2021 M6 007779. 2021 M6 007779. Also, do you notice how it's weird how they made sure to put my name on the agenda as if, I don't know, Clark's trying to discredit me or trying to say like I'm making a ton of money or something by suing the city, which is not the case. But see how this one doesn't even have a name, like it's a case, doesn't even have a name. Well, who's the plaintiff? Who's the defendant? I mean, obviously the city's involved somehow, but it says authorizes, accepts conveyance to the property upon execution, authorizes the city's legal counsel to submit a dismissal order to the court for legal proceedings related to the property. So, I mean, I can only guess that the city was trying to acquire it and they were fighting someone to acquire it. But again, I don't know because it's not clear and they don't list the plaintiff or the defendant. So it's very confusing. Oh, okay. So didn't like that. Let's go to civil. Let's try civil. No cases found. Okay. Let's go to law. Now, the other possibility is that the city maybe purposefully, oops, no, I wanted to go back to there. Maybe they purposely put the wrong number in so we couldn't search for it and find out about it. Wouldn't put it past them. How about county division, though, just for the heck of it? Let's see this. I guess we would find out, right? Is there an M6 anywhere? That's weird. I don't see an M anything. Let's put in Harvey though, just for the heck of it. Let's see what shows up. Okay, lots of Harveys. Okay, let's do city of Harvey. Okay, interesting. Well, let's follow this rabbit hole as long as we're here. Let's see, what is this? It's a COTD. What does that mean? Okay, this was filed in November of 2024. Oh, wait. That was just before the whole fiasco with the people, the guy that was boarded up in the house, right? 14517 Halstead. Judgment for the plaintiff. Okay, so who was the plaintiff here? I guess that would be petitioner, Village of Riverdale. Interested parties, Halstead Riverdale LLC. Jesus Solis, Conrad Wisniewski. But City of Harvey is listed as a defendant. That's weird. Well, that's really weird. Okay, that's random. I never expected that. Okay. Um, Otherwise, what? We know this case was from 2021. Let's see. Oh, here's an election case. Let's see, what was this about? Alicia Powell Johnson was suing City of Harvey and three objectors for that were objectors for Clark, I bet you. Candidate petition was denied. Okay. I'm just curious to see. Wait, what is this one? Let's click on another random one. Eagle says bizarre. Jedi narrative is you make money on this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I figured that's probably why I wouldn't doubt if he's saying that. That's probably why they put my name on the agenda. It's like, who cares? This isn't for my monetary gain. This is to get information out of the city that should already be given. Yes, petitioner's plaintiff. Thank you, sir. Now, what was this? Petitioner Barbara Dulaney. Sale and error allowed, matter dismissed. Okay. I was gonna say, but it doesn't list anything for Harvey that I can see. Let's go to another. Just for the heck of it, I'm just being nosy because I like to look at these things. Okay. So in this case, this was one from 2022. Oh, it's scavenger sale. The petitioner was a Mary Realty. Interested parties. Harvey's somewhere. Okay, City of Harvey's in there. Okay. Oh, I wonder whatever happened with that one. Interesting. Okay. Well, as long as you're here, what should we do? Christopher J. Clark. 2012. Let's see. Okay. Petitioner was Wheeler Financial Inc. Melanie White, also known as Melanie Whitaker, Christopher J. Clark, Clarence C. Clark, and an occupant. What was this? Petition for a tax deed? Oh, okay. So maybe they were just trying to get. They were trying to get a property, maybe? Weird. And then this one was from 2022. Let's see what this. Oh, an election one. Oh, that was the one we just saw with Felicia Powell Johnson. It sounds like they were trying to keep her off the ballot. It sounds like. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, no, not her homepage. I wanted to go back to all the types. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think it would be M6 would be under court call. Let's see, mortgage foreclosure. No. Unclaimed child support. No. Not a traffic ticket. We know. I don't think it's probate. It's so weird. I think it would have to be one of these. Oh, what is M6? Why can't they just be honest? But again, if you're just tuning in, we're trying to figure out there's something on the agenda for tomorrow where the city is doing another shady vague real estate deal with these two buildings on 154th. So I don't know if the city of Harvey's trying to take them or try to give them. I don't know what's happening, but that's what it involves. Just so you can. So if you're just tuning in, that's what we're researching together. So we're on online case search, clerk of the circuit court of Cook County. Let me make sure no one was texting me, trying to tell me what's going on. Should we try a name maybe? What do they put in the agenda again? Let's see. So this is what I'm wondering. It says resolution accepting the conveyance of certain property located within the city of Harvey, commonly known as this. Okay. Approving the settlement in this case. This is the case that I would like to find. M6. What is M6? Okay, now I had searched here. Now Google was saying the prefix 2021 M6, from Circuit Court of Cook County, so that's good. That's good. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's the courthouse. Maybe. Because it's District 6, maybe? Yeah. Frequently appears in records from the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, which typically handles municipal, civil, or eviction cases in the 6th municipal district. Yes, that makes sense. Because it's municipal 6. But then where can I look that up? And then it gives some example cases. Okay, maybe we can try out the Mentor Arbitration Annual Report. Just what's that? Oops. Let's see if I don't think that's the right website, but let's see what this is. No, that's not what we wanted in a way. I didn't think so. Like this one, Legal Newsline, it talks about what happened. Wait, where is this quoting here? Let's see what this one says. Case number blah, 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 M3. Maybe we could search here. Let's try this one. Ah. Oh, no results found. Come on, man. Cook County record. Yeah, I don't usually read this, but that's interesting. I guess it's like a legal magazine. Let's see what this would say. It would be local courts, though, right? Or county court, yeah. No. I don't know. Maybe that's not what we wanted there. Oh, maybe this one looks like this one actually likes when you put in the dashes. Okay, maybe that's why this. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't realize I forgot to share. I must have closed it. I forgot to share. Yeah, what if we search this website and we do? What did I say? I think this likes it. This one likes the hyphens. This is the exciting life of internet researching when we're trying to investigate things. See, cross our fingers, maybe. Ah, nothing. Womp womp. Bummer, man. I still say that it should be somewhere here. Did I do all these? Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything in that division, but maybe. I'm like, is there another division? Oops, sorry, I didn't put anything. That's so weird. Let's go to civil again. I'll say I'm gonna say city of Harvey. Nothing. Or doesn't want to find it. It doesn't like searching. Maybe it doesn't like searching for that box, huh? Did we search for Christopher Clark here before? I can't remember. Oh, okay, yeah. That was an old one. What about Chancery named Chris Clark? Chris Clark. Okay, it's that same case. What if we do defendant Chris Clark? Chris Clark. Okay, I'll give it a moment. In the meantime, I hope everybody's doing well. Wait, what did you say? Crook. Idol, my brother. Hope all's well on your end. Crook. I'm waiting for the snow. Oh man, you can take all the snow you want from us, Idol. We got some today. You're more than welcome to take some home with you. That's what I said. Exactly. FedEx. I'm done shoveling. I wish I had those really cool sidewalk snow removal machines that Montreal uses. Oh, you know what? Look at that. Good thing I was patient, I guess. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if any of them are recent, but there are a lot of cases that popped up. Interesting. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what you guys deal with in your states, but how Illinois does it, or at least for Cook County, you can only see general information online. I just feel like it should all be available because if you go to the courthouse and look it up, it's available anyway. It's not like it's not public information. It's not secret. It's not private. So I don't understand why they do that. So yeah, this kind of vague. Like we don't even know if that's our Christopher Clark, but good to know that it was working properly. Okay, so if let me try that again then, and I'll leave it like a minute to do it. Let's do. I'll do City of Harvey. We'll give it a minute and come back to it. But yeah, in the meantime. Oh, maybe I didn't go to the right place. Hold on. Oh, I hope it's not another fire truck I hear out there. Online case information site. Okay. Search by court location, maybe. Hmm. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm looking, trying to follow your directions. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. All right, it says to go to this website. Okay, got it. Select municipal departments. Oh boy, I hear more sirens. Data reporting? No. Mm, I mean, maybe the division, maybe suburban districts. Let's see, because we want District 6 for Markham. Okay, but they've got, oh, they do have email addresses. Okay, for civil, criminal, and traffic. Okay. Hmm. I don't know, man. I'm not finding it though. Hmm. Oh, that's cool. It kind of it lists all the judges. Hmm. Oh well. Well, if anybody else knows it, let me know. Backtrack, right? Okay. Check on Justicia. Oh yeah, that's right. I did see him in another one. I need to film Backtrack Part 2 in Harvey. It'll receive an Emmy for best graphics, right? An Emmy. I know what you mean. It looks like enemy, but you're trying to say the Emmy award. Backdraft. But yeah, actually, or there's this one called Thomson Reuters. But Justicia, I maybe tried that one actually. That's not a bad idea too. Yeah, okay, it's not that one. Not that, not that. Oh, view pricing. Oh, heck no. Mm-mm. I'm not paying for that. What was the other one you said? Justicia? No, wait, what is that? What's it called? Either I looked up Justicia, but I don't see anything. Justicia. What is that? Is that like, what do I search for? Justicia court lookup or something? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's it. It doesn't look like it. Justia. But yeah, I can show you what it looks like on my end. This is what I found. Justia, but I don't see any cases though. I just was like finding Illinois. Find a lawyer, ask a lawyer, research the law schools, laws and regs. I mean, I shouldn't say I could put this in anyway and see what comes up, but yeah, nothing. Oh well. Well, maybe I could do another. Look at that. When I search for it, it's a GM parts. That's funny. Okay, what if I put in a dash? Dash. There we go. Yeah, no. Nope, not so much, y'all. Oh well, that's okay. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see if we have the meetings tomorrow. Otherwise, that's it for me, unless anybody else has anything. I'm gonna head out. The doggies resting too, and talk to y'all soon. Ciao, ciao for now.